How are you doing?
Okay, I think. A little bit nervous.
Why are you nervous, Jenny? What are you doing?
Tomorrow I'm setting off on the Camino to Cop, which is a walk to Glasgow for Cop26, the climate talks. I'm leaving from Bristol on the Western Camino, and then there's one leaving from London. We're meeting at Birmingham and carrying on up together. There's about 40 people on the main Camino, and then day walkers will join us as well. So that's what I'm nervous about. I've never walked 500 miles before.
500 miles? How you can? What are the logistics of that? How have you prepared, and how will that work?
Well, not well enough, I think it's the answer to that. I'm quite fit. My top tip is to have a friend who knows how to fit your rucksack and give you a kit check so that you know you're taking the right things. I'm fairly fit. I did do another shorter walk to the G7 in May when I walked for 5 days. And that wasn't too bad. So I feel like, and I didn't do any training for that either. So I feel like I'm probably going to be okay. Fingers crossed.
I mean, that's quite a big pack there.
It is, yes.
Where are you staying and stuff like that?
Because it's organised by Extinction Rebellion Interfaith Bridge, we're staying in church halls and I think some Buddhist centres on the way. So there's been a lot of kind of organising of places for us to stay, and lots of local people have offered to cook us food and things like that. So yeah, it's great. So I don't have to take a tent, which is great because that'll be even heavier. Yeah.
So why?
Why? That's interesting. It's a pilgrimage, and I think there are kind of two reasons for me why somebody might want to do a pilgrimage. And one is to honour the sacred, to go to a special place. And Cop26 is, I think, our last best opportunity to make a difference to the kind of the damage that we're doing to the world. And it's sacred in terms of just walking the earth. It's a pilgrimage to Mother Earth for me. The other part, of course, is the protest part, and there's a long history of people walking in protest. It's a way of using your body to say this is an important issue. You know, the Yarrow March, the Salt March, the March for Jobs in the 80s. They were all about people saying, well, what else can I do?
So we're having this interview. I'm going to show this interview as part of the Big Green Week. We've got a film about a really long walk, so hopefully we'll have just watched that and then people will see this interview.
Brilliant.
And I think it's going to be on Friday, September the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. So do you know roughly where you'll be then?
A place called Stone, I think.
Okay.
Which is in between Birmingham and Manchester.
It sounds hard.
I've never been there, so we'll see, won't we?
But
I'm hoping to connect, you know, with the people as well as the nature as I go along. So we'll go through all sorts of different communities and have a shared endeavour with all of those other people.
Yeah, I mean, is there something specifically that you're hoping for, or what is that going to be like? Success? What does that mean for you on this long walk?
I think I've stopped really worrying too much about what the impact of something might do, as long as it feels like the right thing to do. I don't think you always know what impact you have, but we're certainly doing outreach, and hopefully people will be following us on social media, and so people will understand that this is an important issue and this is why we're doing it.
Great. Well, I'm curious what's going to keep you going in the more difficult moments.
So am I. But there is, I'd like to read actually, this is the kind of shared purpose from the Camino. So, excuse me, I'm just going to find it in here. So we are united by our faith, a faith that we can advocate and influence and be the change that we want to see for our world. We choose to walk to COP as a practice of that faith, an act of connection with the earth on which we walk and the communities through which we pass, and make our way in kinship with the peoples and creatures of the earth who are suffering and displaced by climate and ecological breakdown. We do so peacefully and lawfully, ready to engage and learn because we care and we have hope.
Oh, looks like that's touched you. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm going to cry. Just want to say thank you very much, and may the road rise to meet you, and may you inspire along the way.
Thank you.